you can be earning like 10K and burning the other 90K. If you are to pitch your product to someone, if you are after a company you want to chase, make sure you are talking to the right person. And how you select these brands, it's about how relevant your traffic is to them.
And when it comes to affiliates evaluating the deals and evaluating the operators, what are the red flags they should watch out for?
Then, after generating so much traffic by different affiliates, selling like good deals with them, promising, mountains, then they can disappear like this, in a click. That's basically your fault. You gotta do the homework before. The tier 1 affiliates are the ones who know who to work with. Traffic flows in general have shifted a lot. What is really picking up right now is the social media marketing. The only and the main way to keep your affiliates loyal is to be loyal to them yourself. All my high value relationships are through the industry and through the conferences. For iGaming affiliate conferences, there is definitely one that is my favorite. Let's say the veterans of the industry do. They usually make sure that the traffic they are acquiring is convertible through their websites. And this is extremely important if you don't want to burn money, because if you don't do the right thing.
Breaking news.
Odys is selling 86% of their inventory to over 40,000 verified buyers, and most of it are instant sales. Are you sitting on a premium age domain? Sign up for Odys Marketplace right now and wait for your check. Hello, welcome back to Odys Podcast. My name is Aneta Stamkov and we're meeting today at SBC in Lisbon. And my guest today is CEO and founder of AffPapa and iGaming Club, Levon Nikoghosyan.
Thank you very much for the invite. I'm very happy to be here today.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know you just said that's the only podcast you had time for, so that's a big honor. Thank you.
Yeah, it's also my pleasure, and I'm sure it's going to be an awesome one and a nice choice. So.
Thank you. Yes, it's a good topic, affiliates in iGaming. So let's jump right into it. Can you actually tell us how has the role of affiliate networks evolved in iGaming over the last 5 years? Like, what changes do you see and where is it heading next?
I mean, affiliates have always been the important part of this industry, at least since the time that I've joined that. And definitely their role, is not that they became more or less important. Without affiliates, this industry would have been very, very different, in terms of traffic acquisition and finding players or gaining brand awareness. But yeah, I would say that affiliates are still playing a very serious role. And with all the changes of SEO, sometimes, there are some challenges, especially recent couple of years already, we could say, not months. But overall, I think affiliates are going to always remain in this industry despite all the changes. Maybe some traffic channels might change a bit. Maybe the way of generating traffic will change. But with it's impossible to, have this industry without affiliates anymore. So
yeah, they are one of the main traffic channels,
drivers,
right?
Yeah, exactly. They are one of the main and I think one of the largest at the moment. So
the biggest share.
Yeah.
Right. Many affiliates debate what deals are best: CPA, revenue share, hybrid. Like, how do you see it from your perspective? What are the biggest misconceptions and what are the best models?
I wouldn't select any specific model, to call it the best, because every model can work. It just depends on the partnership, on the ground basis, the terms of these two sides. If affiliate and operators are, a great match with each other, it doesn't matter what model they would choose. Obviously, rev share model is sometimes more preferable for operators because it's less risky. But on the other hand, even if it's with rev share or with CPA, like there are many ways to, to swindle each other, many ways to send and provide like bonus abusers or like low quality traffic, and in the end no partnership can take place in such conditions. So I wouldn't, highlight any specific from those. I would say that the best partnerships can happen with any kind of a deal. It's just matter of the right match and chemistry between the two brands.
Yeah. So, what are the smart ways in which affiliates should balance, like short-term payouts with long-term sustainability?
I mean, it obviously if you want to have a stable business and your business is depending on your partnerships with with the brands, with the casinos that you are promoting, definitely you have to concentrate on long-term partnerships before, because if we go for some periodic traffic boosts and trying to, like, affiliates trying to earn very quickly some CPAs or driving very short amount in a very short amount of time, some significant flow of players. I mean, in short term, it could be very beneficial for one side, but I mean, it's you can't create a sustainable business on that. It should be a long term. You should know who you work with, and it's really important to invest into not only the brands but also into your partnership, like to invest into your relationship, and by invest I mean going out together, hanging out sometimes, making things more personal, because that's how the real partnership works.
Can you tell us how to actually differentiate, what differentiates successful, like tier one affiliates from just regular ones? What makes a difference?
The difference obviously starts with the amount of traffic when they start generating. Afterwards, once you have reached to a certain level of growth and you are generating enough traffic to be chased by good operators who want to be listed and who want to work with you, then the most important part comes right after, when you have to select couple of brands with whom you can keep working for the next couple of months or years. And how you select these brands, it's about how relevant your traffic is to them, how good are they converting. Obviously then there are secondary questions like how fair these operators are to you, if the partnership is like truly in place based on the pre-agreed conditions, rather than being shaved or being I mean mispaid or stuff. But I think the tier one affiliates are the ones who know who to work with, who can select their partners very precisely, and invest into the relationship of these businesses.
And when it comes to conferences, what separates the affiliates who walk away with the deals, whereas those who like come to the conferences and leave with nothing?
Again, I think it melts down to the point when there is not much homework done, because the affiliates who leave with a bunch of business cards of different brands and eager to seal some deals after the conference without properly checking whether the brands are relevant to each other, that's a waste of time. But the right affiliates are the ones who really sit down, discuss, and try to understand whether they meet each other's criteria, whether these brands are really aligned, and the traffic that is searching for casinos that are listed on this affiliate pages are looking for the casinos that these brands are offering. Do they have the right games? Do they have the right payments for this audience? Bonus offers and all the bucket coming with that,
So, how to prepare for a conference and the networking event? What is your to-do list?
Well, my to-do list is to get ready to walk a lot because if you want, to spend your time productively, you gotta meet super many people, and you gotta be able, especially with big conferences, you must be able to walk a lot from one point, like from one end to the other, which sometimes take like 10, 15 minutes, right? And on the way, you are saying, greeting so many people, and spending a lot of energy on each conversation because it's your friends, it's the people you know, some fellow partners, and you have to be ready first of all with your energy. Then before going to conference, definitely do a homework, look at the list of attendees, the companies you want to meet, and make sure, like, even the ones who were not replying to you on LinkedIn or via email or something, you gotta be stalking them, because you have to be patient, you have to wait for the right time, go talk to the right person. And most importantly, like, the best advice that I would give to anyone doing a business, doesn't matter, it's affiliates, B2Bs, payments, whatever. If you are to pitch your product to someone, if you are after a company you want to chase, make sure you are talking to the right person, because you can go and waste your time, their time, explain, pitch your product, explain what's your offer. But in the end, if it's you are not knocking the right door, then it's a waste of time. In the end, when you return back, I mean, you will still get no replies from those people. But sometimes it's better to get a straight no, rather than try to chase, different employees to open the door, which is locked by other people.
And when it comes to affiliates evaluating the deals and evaluating the operators themselves, what are the red flags they should watch out for?
Um, I mean, from operator side, basically, I mean, in terms of red flags, definitely, first thing you have to check is how long this operator is in the industry, who they are, who are their partners, on which websites you can find them, who already, I mean, find out other affiliates that already work with these guys, just to make sure that they are legit. Because sometimes what can happen is you start, like, some partnership very quickly. You start sending, like, from affiliates perspective, they start sending traffic to this operator website, which are operating and running for maybe a couple of months. And then, after generating so much traffic by different affiliates, selling like good deals with them, promising mountains, then they can disappear like this, in a click. And you have no one to cover your costs, you have no one to compensate what you have invested in this partnership. And that's basically your fault. You got to do the homework before starting any partnership.
Can you share from your personal experience some good deal that you managed to get at a conference? Like a high value relationship?
I mean, all my relationships are like, all my high value relationships are through the industry and through the conferences. And most of the cases, most of the strong bonding that we had with couple of people who I can call even friends now happened during networking events, some casual chats. And it never happened while we were in a business meeting or trying to pitch someone something. It always happens casually, and most of the time you are selling the best when you don't even try to sell. That's how this business works. That's how the B2B works in general. If you are not really pushy, if you are just being yourself, being casual, and just sharing what you do, you might get much higher and much better results, rather than just being consistently stalking and pushing your projects and your offers to anyone you meet, or you think they need.
So could you actually share a list of your favorite conferences, like best conferences for iGaming affiliates? Where should they go?
Yeah, I mean, for iGaming affiliate conferences, there is definitely one that is my favorite, and I believe it's also the favorite of the iGaming affiliate industry. It's definitely the IGB events taking
Okay.
place in London and in Barcelona now, but before they had Amsterdam as well, which like a great location and a great event, which we will miss obviously, and the industry really, I'm sure industry would like to get there back for some time and spend some nice evening beers at the local bars and with all the iGaming networking there. But yeah, IGB is
IGB,
the
your
best. Yeah.
favorite.
Yep.
Nice. So, when preparing to go to a conference, from the perspective of the operator, what are they looking for when screening the potential affiliate partners?
Yeah, I think I mean the basic stuff from operators is checking how much traffic they can get from these affiliates, how much traffic potentially they can acquire, and like what I would recommend, and obviously what the big operators and the good ones, in the industry, the let's say the veterans of the industry do, they usually make sure that the traffic they are acquiring is convertible through their websites. And this is probably like the most important part, because if you spend like 10K or 20K on getting listed even on the most famous and the highest traffic owning website of the industry, you will not gain any value out of it if your offer and your casino is not meeting their clients' needs. So definitely, I think that the most important part and the work to be done by the operators is to check the relevance. If the relevance is in place, then it's gonna be most probably a very good partnership.
And when it comes to SEO, that is large part of the traffic these days, how do you see that landscape change and where is it heading?
Uh, traffic flows in general have shifted a lot. After Google changes, we can see many SEO affiliates dropping their numbers because with Gemini, ChatGPT requests, there are many websites had a lot like huge decline in their numbers because people might not visit their pages to look for answers which they can see on a short reply by Gemini, right in front of them. And with this, at the same time, with this, changes, operators are looking for new ways to promote their brands. What is really picking up right now is the social media marketing, but not typical with banners and stuff, but rather creating channels on TikTok, on Instagrams with different reels, with different like storyline where they generate huge amount of visitors, clicks, and interest and impressions on their pages, and through these pages they promote their casinos. So definitely social is really picking up, and I think with SEO being in like such a decline, it's gonna be picking up for a while in the future.
And what about data? This is like becoming like really important. How can affiliates use them effectively to strengthen their negotiating position with operators?
I mean, working with data is probably the most important part for affiliates, especially for the affiliates with huge amount of traffic, because if you don't really analyze, you don't really diversify and divide the traffic coming from through some of your channels or through some geos, you will be directing all your traffic to the same casino, which can't really satisfy the needs of all the players that they are, being directed. And what is really important is to divide your traffic, make it in a way that you can display different casinos or different set of offers for a specific group of players and another offer for the other group. And like just a basic example, if you are a worldwide affiliate, you have traffic from India, from Morocco, from US, let's say, and some Latam countries, you can't offer them the same casino. So you have to be, become more technical and technological. You gotta show different responses to each request. And this is extremely important if you don't want to burn money, because if you don't do the right thing, maybe instead of earning 100 K a month, on your revenues, you can be earning like 10K and burning the other 90K just by referring wrong players to irrelevant casinos.
Okay. And what are the ways in which operators can keep affiliates loyal and engaged and motivated?
I mean, in today's reality, the only and the main way to keep your affiliates loyal is to be loyal to them yourself, to be fair, not to swindle them, not to shave them. And that's more than enough to be loyal, to have loyal affiliates working with you.
How do you see transparency and trust evolving once we're making some progress in reporting, especially like when it comes to the disputes concerning the attribution?
Yeah, I mean, with AI, inside the tracking platforms, they can really maybe analyze for you and give you some interesting insights or some interesting patterns of user flows that could help you convert even better, could help you even monetize much better than without the data. But yeah, I think it's an organic thing that is happening in the industry. The technology with affiliate platforms is always, taking some time to change, because the industry is very like dynamic. It's very quick for when it comes to technology changes, but it also requires a lot of resources from every company to do a major change, because you can't only upgrade small by bit by bit and then in the end have your entire system upgraded. Sometimes you have to do a leap, which some companies are reluctant to do, and it's I mean it's not easy, and in some sense you understand them. But yeah, I think the industry always follows the trends, because otherwise you're gonna just fall behind.
And some argue that the affiliate model is becoming commoditized, with the bigger players consolidating, becoming even bigger and squeezing out the smaller businesses. Do you think there is still space for smaller for smaller affiliates?
Definitely. I mean, we always see new affiliates popping at every event, and even without the event, you see them just, appearing. And why is that happening? Because there is always space for improvement. There is always space for a better SEO. If we, speaking of SEO affiliates, there's always space for coming up with a better solution, with better offers, with better product to guide players how to pick their bonuses or the right casino games. So I don't see it as a issue, but rather for big affiliates, in some sense it's a way to remain in the game, because otherwise they are not as adaptive as the small ones, and they gotta do something. They gotta do some M&As in order to keep growing with the same dynamics. And sometimes we see that they fail when doing so.
They're more agile, the small ones.
Exactly, they are agile. They follow the trends. They are small, and it gives them a big leverage to experiment and try new ways of generating traffic, rather than when you already have a solid system and you decide to change something, you are not really willing to experiment with what you already have, unless there is a big necessity for that.
So when actually smaller affiliate is growing his or her business into something larger, um, in your experience, what are the key growing pains that they should be aware of?
I mean, for affiliates, they are facing super many issues, like starting from tracking uh, the massive amount of operator data, and then analyzing this data, because it's not just to check and see how much traffic you have generated, but it's also about making sure that you detect the issues beforehand, and apply the necessary changes in order to avoid to lose traffic, to burn your own traffic, burn your own revenues. And definitely for every affiliate, they have like certain phases when they expand their teams. Instead of having like a single person responsible for SEO content and all the visuals of the website, they start hiring more and more employees, each and everyone responsible for every sector of their project. And then they start having communication issues. They restructure the teams. It slows down the progress in general, because you have like more power, at that case more resources, but then you have to spend some time on this proper communication channels between your departments as well. So there are plenty of challenges for affiliates. It's not easy to be an affiliate. And most importantly, I think every affiliate should consider diversifying their source of traffic, because if they just remain an SEO affiliate for a very long time, they can run into different risks, and by some insignificant Google updates, they might start losing a lot, like from their revenues.
And when it comes to diversification, how do they decide whether it's better to double down on a niche or move to another vertical?
Moving to another vertical obviously is a bold decision to make, but we don't see it so much from the iGaming affiliates. Rather, they prefer to concentrate on iGaming if they are in iGaming. Invest more maybe in different kind of products. Instead of casino reviews, they might jump into like specific game reviews, B2B reviews, content reviews. I mean, content provider reviews, and yeah, and it definitely always, most of the time, it happens with every affiliate that goes through these phases. And if they don't, then they are running on a very high and risky pattern, on a thin ice, which can fail at any moment and ruin their entire business, because it depends on this, on the same path and the same pattern they have been following for years.
And looking into the future, what biggest opportunities do you see for the affiliates in the coming years?
Affiliates have become even stronger, as we discussed in the beginning, in terms of not only promoting casinos, but also promoting the content providers, the actual casino games, which is good for B2Bs, right? So they are the go-to companies now, who content creators request or partner up with in order to promote their games among players, because everyone realized that in order to be able to sell your games to casino brands, first of all, you have to make sure that you create a demand by players, because if there is no demand, nobody is going to integrate your games and offer it to their audience. So first is to create a demand. Once the demand is there, then it's easier to sell the product, which is already mature enough, to get listed on those casino brands, rather than vice versa, which the industry have been doing for, so many years before.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Levon, for this inspiring discussion. And if you enjoyed it as much as I did, follow Levon on LinkedIn and hit subscribe and like our episode.
Thank you very much, Aneta, for this great opportunity. It was a really interesting discussion, and it was my pleasure to sit down with you on this nice and final note of SBC Lisbon.
Yes, many more events to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Thank you as well.
Bye.